Hello, my listeners. How are you doing? I hope everything is good. Today I'm going to read Hamlet, written by Shakespeare. Act 1. A long time ago, the kingdom of Denmark was ruled by a good and kind king. He was honest, brave, and beloved by his people because he had brought peace to the land. It was a great shock to everyone when he was found dead one afternoon in the royal apple orchard. "Hamlet, your father died peacefully," said Queen Gertrude. "We all miss him, but I will try to be a good ruler in his place." Hamlet mourned his father and put up a magnificent statue of him. He was visiting it with his mother just a few weeks later, when he received a further shock. "My son, I have some news," said Queen Gertrude. "I'm going to marry again. My husband will Claudius." "Claudius?" cried Hamlet. "My uncle, my father's brother? I know you are upset, but I think it's the right thing to do," said Queen Gertrude. Hamlet shook his head and gazed again at the statue of the father. Claudius was a selfish and cowardly man, nothing like his brother. Hamlet was sure no good could come of it. But he could do nothing. Claudius was crowned king of Denmark and took his place on the throne. One night, not long after the coronation, some soldiers stood watch on the battlement of the royal palace. They muttered nervously to each other. "I'm telling you, I saw the ghost," said one. "Marcellus and I both saw it. It appeared at the hour of 1. The night was dark, with barely any stars in the sky to light the land beyond the bluffs. Soon after midnight, the guards saw 2 figures approaching. 'Who goes there?' they called. 'It's me, Marcellus,' said one, 'and Prince Hamlet's friend Horatio.' The soldiers gave them leave to enter, and the men climbed up to the guard platform. 'Has the ghost been back?' Marcellus inquired. Just as he spoke, the clock struck 1 and the ghost appeared. It was dressed for battle, and its face was familiar. Horatio bravely stepped in front of it. "Ghost, what are you doing here in the middle of the night? You look like our dead king. Where are you him?" The ghost didn't answer, but pointed right at them before disappearing. All the men were shaken and wondered what it could mean for a ghost who looked like their late king to be wandering their castle. Later that morning, King Claudius stepped out to make a statement to his court. "Fortinbras of Norway is planning to attack us. He wants to take back the lands Norway lost to us in the past. He thinks we are weak after my brother's death, but we know that Denmark is stronger than ever." Claudius stared around the room. "Mourning for my brother doesn't make us weak." This caused a few mutters around the court. People wondered how sad Claudius really was, since he had been very eager to take the throne and marry his brother's widow. After a pause, Laertes stepped forward. Laertes was a noble man. And one of the Hamlet's friends, Your Majesty, I was in France when the king died. I would like to return now. Please, may I go? What does your father say? Asked Clotus. Laertes looked over at the father Polonius. Your Majesty, my son has been nagging me about this for ages. I will miss him, and so will his sister Ophelia. But let me go. Very well, you may return to France, said Claudius, graciously bowing his head. Claudius and the queen turned their attention to Hamlet. Why do you still look sad, Hamlet? Claudius asked. Mourning for your father won't bring him back, Queen Gertrude added. Mourning for your father will not bring him back, Queen Gertrude added. You should be happy that our nation is in good hands with your uncle. I'm not just mourning for a show, Hamlet replied. I seem sad because I am sad. I can't just turn it off. It is sweet and right that you mourn your father, so Hamlet said Claudius. But you know, you aren't the first person this happened to. For example, your father lost his father, and your grandfather lost his father, and so on. To carry on mourning for too long is unmanly. You must get over it. Now, I know. You have said you want to go back to school. But I must persuade you to stay here with us. You are the next in line to the throne, and we need you here. Yes, please, stay, Gertrude chimed in. Hamlet sighed but agreed. He left the cart and stalked back to his room, muttering as he went. How can my mother have married again only a month after father's death, and to choose my uncle? He is as much like his brother as I am, like Hercules. Hamlet growled. I'll never accept him. Hamlet was interrupted by a knock on the door, and his face brightened at the sight of his friend Horatio. Hamlet, it's good to see you. I'm sorry, but I missed funeral and the wedding, said Hamlet bitterly. Yes, it sounds like one did follow the other quite quickly, said Horatio. Oh, Horatio, I miss my father, said Hamlet. I feel like I can still see him so clearly in my mind's eye. Well, I think I did see him last night, Horatio said as a ghost. Hamlet gasped. And did you speak to this ghost? He asked. I did, but didn't reply, said Horatio. What did he look like? Hamlet wanted to know. He was dressed for battle, but with his visor up. He looked very pale and sad. Horatio told him. Hamlet was sure that the ghost of the father, armed and working the battlements, couldn't be a good sign. He vowed to watch for the ghost that night and to try to speak to it. Meanwhile, Laertes went to say goodbye to his family before he left for France. He took the hands of his sister Ophelia. Now, I know you like Hamlet, and he has said he likes you too, but be careful, sweet sister. Laertes warned, Hamlet is a prince, and in the end He will have to marry for the good of the country, not whoever he likes. I just don't want you to get hurt. Ophelia smiled at her brother. I promise I'll be careful. Just make sure you take your own love advice too. Their father Polonius gave her an exam-sterner talk. Don't give Hamlet the time of day, Ophelia. You can trust this young man as far as you can throw them. Take my advice and steer clear. Ophelia promised that they would. That's the end of the Act 1.